Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a video here about some things that happened today, and I am I don't get upset when somebody tries to say hurtful things about me. And yes, I may say things that my opinion, what I think about things, and maybe they're right or maybe they're wrong. That's up to me. That's my privilege to feel and say what I think, just like it's everybody else's privilege to say and feel what they think. It's just here's the thing. I had to go to the chiropractor again today, and some friends of mine and somebody took a picture. It was three men, taking a break, probably a well-deserved break. But it was an hour, and then go back by, and they were still taking a break. Now, I think most breaks are not an hour long. They may be. But here's what I'm saying. This man got all upset because I posted a picture of, and I said it was our tax dollars, and paying for those men. If you own a company and your workers need a break, which is deservingly, they do need a break. Don't let them sit at the site and be on their phones or just sit there laughing and joking for a solid hour. That don't look good. That don't look good for the people that are going by on a bicycle wishing, man, I wish I had that job. Or a person in a car that maybe has a broken windshield or a headlight out, and one side of the car is red, one side of the back is blue. It just makes people think, who are those special people that get that good job? Who are they related to? How'd they get that job? Okay, so with that being said, this gentleman and got on there and started. He started calling me irrelevant, and that I was a corrupt cop, and once again, and everybody knows, all you have to do is read. It's all online. You just have to read. The truth is in there, okay? I don't tire of hearing somebody call me that. I'm used to it. I don't care, but it's not going to change my day. Excuse me. It's not going to change how I live my life. It's not going to. So anyway, isn't it funny how nobody speaks up about anything until it happens to them? You know what I mean? Nobody speaks up about anything until it happens to them, okay? So I told this guy, that's great and all. He said, well, they're hiring. If you think you can do the job, you're irrelevant, he said. You're irrelevant. And I said, honey, you can't hurt my feelings. Nobody can hurt my feelings. I think I've been through enough to where I can understand people's anger and temper and all that. But anyway, then somebody said, and there was a bucket truck or an inload or whatever you want to call it, sitting right there. And one guy was on his cell phone, all propped up on the equipment. And one guy was sitting there, and another guy was sitting on the sidewalk. And that's fine. That's none of my business. It was just a picture, people. But it just aroused so many people, but you can't create a fire and expect somebody else to put it out. So I dealt with it, and I'm done with it. Anything they want to ask me, I will answer it. I am. It's just, and I'm not going to post the picture. It's on my Facebook, but I'm not going to post the picture. But they didn't manually with shovels. There's not a shovel in the picture. The equipment dug the hole. And everybody in Ironton that's had their Columbia Gas, which I totally support, great company. They were great. They came through here and they did everybody's gas lines. They're still working on the gas lines. But then you also got a letter from them saying that you were going to have to pay a certain amount if any of that broke in the future, okay? It's neither here nor there. I just feel like I have to say something. I applaud this gentleman. No, I'm not going to say his name. I don't know him. Wasn't judging him personally, but it turns out he works for this company. And I understand that. You're going to take, if you have a great job, okay, you're going to take up for your employer. If you work for the city of Huntington, and the Huntington authorities ask you to support them, well, hell yeah, you're going to support them. They pay your salary. They put food on your table, okay? Don't blame you people, okay? What if they just decide to get rid of you? No retirement, no help from the union, no, just cut you loose because they didn't like you or they didn't like what you stood for or you were different. How would that affect this man, this man and his wife and his kids? And I said on there in a local group page, you're very lucky to have a good job and to be able to put food on the table. Him saying I'm irrelevant, he said you were irrelevant until Chili got here and you're irrelevant now. Well, I don't care if I'm relevant or not to anybody. I know I'm relevant to the people that I help, and I will continue to help those people. And, that's just me. I don't need somebody to take up for me. I don't need my spouse or my uncle or my cousin, to get on there and say, blah, 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 blah. I don't need that. I don't care. I can take it for myself. Okay? So anyway, I'll just read you a couple of the little things here. And this is about a company that has done work for the city here for years. Well-respected company, but they also fired a female and told her that they had to get rid of her because she was too much of a distraction for the men working there. Okay? And that lawsuit is pending. Now, this gentleman that so bravely took up for this company and his wife took up for him, I wonder how this gentleman, what he thought about that woman that distracted them so much at work. So, it is what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. So anyway, let me see what they said here. Oh my goodness. It just went on and on and on and on and on. And, obviously, and I told him and his wife, I applaud you for speaking out. Probably 200 cars went by there today and thought to themselves, gosh, I wish I had a job like that. And, but they just are afraid to speak out. I'm not. And I don't care. Just like I told him, I don't care what he thinks of me. He don't know me personally. The people that judge me because of being friends with the police department here, they only know me by what the police officers there want them to know about me. Obviously, they don't take time to read online the true facts. But that's okay. I do not need anybody else to make me feel important. I don't. I'm not trying to feel important. I'm just trying to tell the truth. And that irritates the hell out of people, doesn't it? I don't know if they took the post down or not. Let me see here. But anyway, it's just amazing. And I totally think that's great. If somebody called out my husband for sitting and on his phone on a job site in public, by God, I'd take up for him too. She's maybe home. I hope she's got a good job. She may be home raising kids and cooking and cleaning. Hell, you can't put a price on that. Being a mother and taking care of kids is a lot more relevant than you sitting there by a bucket truck and watching somebody dig a hole for you with a machine. I didn't see any shovels there, and neither did anybody else with me. There was no shovels there. That hole was not dug manually. Okay. Anyway, I just thought it was funny how people get so tore up about stuff. And, I don't get tore up about it. I just simply take up for myself, and I simply will continue to do that. Nobody will tell me what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say, or who I'm going to say anything about. If I say something that offends you, I'm not going to apologize. Nobody ever apologized to saying he's not apologized to me for judging me and calling me corrupt. And if you go on his Facebook, there's a sheriff deputy card there. So there you go. So, and if you work for law enforcement, and you are a bad cop, a corrupt cop, you're going to take up for the corrupt cops. If you're a decent cop, you're going to take up for decent cops. If you're a good cop, you're going to take up for the good cops. So that's just how it is, okay? It's a thin blue line is what it is. It's just amazing how I thought it was awesome that he whoever he is spoke up about it, and then said they stand on their feet from 8 to 12 hours a day. Well, which is an easier job, standing there with the vest on, making $27, $35, $40 an hour, or going out there and coming to your house, risking their life for $15 an hour, 16-hour shifts sometimes. Which is more dangerous? Which is more dangerous? Sitting by an equipment and sitting on your phone, or actually saving someone's life or helping them avoid something bad in theirs. So anyway, you can be the judge. You can judge me all you want to, people. I don't need anybody's approval for who I am or what I am. But like I said, it's just so funny how people just so quick to jump on the bandwagon when someone says something that offends them. Now, I get offended every day. I wasn't offended by this gentleman's comment calling me corrupt. And, that was years ago. And, I don't know how old this young man is. And, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I give him kudos for, saying, well, come on, prove your point, prove your point, what you're trying to say. Well, I don't have time to go. I'm not going to go dig up all the past. That's already been proven. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here not having to work. So, anyway, I will get back here in a little bit, but, and he called me a Facebook warrior that I was on that group 24/7. I think I've posted in that group maybe 3 or 4 times in the last month. Most of my quotes are motivational quotes or memes about surviving and, people, addiction or something like that. It's, I don't concentrate on one specific thing. I will be doing a video. I will be continued about the bullying. I just got caught up in a lot of stuff here that's going on here with animals and with the homeless and stuff like that. And I want to thank you all that took the blankets and the gloves and the coats. Thank God it was a nice day and the weather's getting warmer and these people will not have to be out in 8-degree temperatures. But everybody that donated to the homeless cause, I am so happy. And I just want you to know, when you lay your head down at night and you cover up with that blanket on your bed, be thankful in your heart and just say, man, because of me, I'm not saying me, but to yourself, feel good about yourself, because of you, somebody has a warm blanket tonight. I would sleep peaceful. You donated to something that many people don't want to donate to. Okay? Just like, I understand people, who raise your hand if you're going to, or comment below, if you are not going to take up for your employer. Okay? Everybody's going to take up for their employer. Nobody wants to lose their job. And I had some friends over, and we were talking about the company store and how when you work for a company, that they pay you, and then they demand you buy all of your needs from their company store. So you're working They pay you. You pay the money back to them to get what you need to feed your family, your boots, your hard hat, your glasses, gloves, the company store, okay? And that goes way back, way decades back. So it's just, I understand taking up for your employer. I do. But when you have been wronged by your employer, and it's out there and everybody knows the truth, it sounds like it's raining. But when you've been wronged by your employer, and your retirement taken away, and I mean, it just kind of leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. Now, I've been through a lot of changes in my life since that period of time, and I've grown a lot. And it's not anger anymore. It wasn't anger to begin with. It was disappointment because somebody chose to just out of hatred for me. That green-eyed monster, some people calling and down there and asking specifically for me. And that's not only in the book, it's in the lawsuit, and it's online, people. So you look really ignorant when you say you got fired for being a corrupt cop, okay? You look really stupid because it's all online, okay? I mean, federal court, read the documents, people. And but anyway, let's get off that. I'm not going to lose any sleep over these people. And if they ever needed anything from me, if he lost his job or their kids got pulled over by the police department, I'm not going to say their names. Feel free to call me and I will help you. You can talk about me all you want, sweetie. I don't care. I don't care. The sun will come up tomorrow. And if I don't wake up tomorrow, I know I'm going to be in a better, glorious place. Okay, so anyway, I will be doing a video later, maybe, or tomorrow. I know I said yesterday I would get back, but we all have things happen in life, don't we? That we can't. I don't spend 24 hours a day on YouTube, but I will be doing a thing about the Me Too movement, and how that's how the road, the avenues that has been taken towards that, support-wise and negative about that. I will also be updating on the elevator situation of the elderly here. Like I said, the parts were there the whole time. They just didn't fix it, and it turns out right after it happened here in Ironton, it happened in Portsmouth, and the same elevator company, the Otis manufacturer. So we'll be doing that, and but like I said, who don't love a good debate? Who don't love a good debate? It's I don't get on there and cuss people, and I don't and I don't talk about physically about how somebody looks or their appearance, or if they're ugly or if they're fat or if they're skinny, or if they're on drugs. I don't do that. So when you say something and somebody just jumps right on you right then and just starts, oh, you did this, and that's a very short little fuse. Evidently you maybe take that too personal about what someone has said about you to you, or in reference to you. So anyway, let me see here. Oh, he said, if you want things to change, be the change. Well, sir, one person can't change anything. When you are in a town of 10,000 people, and it don't matter the population, but when you are in a situation where the government controls everything, and the people with money control everything, and the middle class and the poverty class are treated terribly, and the elderly are treated terribly, it's just to ignore that and go to that nice job every day, and know know, and then it has to be such a comfort in your heart to know that, man, I work today, I get to go to the store, and I'm going to buy my family a nice bunch of groceries, and my wife is home in a warm house, and she's going to take care of our kids while I'm at work, and we get along, and we're happy, and we've got beautiful kids. I think that's wonderful. You are truly blessed. There's a lot of people that aren't blessed like that. There's a lot of people that struggle every day with emotional issues. And, do you think, people on there talking about people that are on drugs and stuff like that. Somewhere there's a family members crying themselves to sleep every night, especially the mother of the kids, hoping and wishing that God would reach down and, help them. And a lot of these parents and a lot of these folks lose their children and family members to addiction and mental health issues. And so, when somebody says something bad about me on there, I don't go quick to judge them personally because I don't know them. They don't know me, and to say and then all you got to do is go on their Facebook page after they say something to you, and their post will explain why they're saying those things. So if you got somebody on there that works for a certain company, and they're bad-mouthing you because you said something about that company, and they work there, well, that's why they're doing it. You work at Kroger's, and they pay your salary. By God, somebody goes out there and says something about Kroger's, you're going to put your Kroger shirt on, and you're going to say, by gosh, you're going to take up for them. But like I said, that job can be taken away in an instant, okay? We're not even buried sometime before they post that job listing the next day. So keep that in mind. And I pray to God that nothing happens to this man and his wife and family that wanted to fight with me on there. I just simply removed myself from it. You don't have to go all 10 rounds, 12 rounds or whatever with these people. And, it was a healthy debate. It was a healthy debate. And I will be doing several things. Like I said, I've got my own life and some issues that I have to deal with, and I'm trying to help people with theirs. So if you're not helping people anything for the better, and you're just so comfortable with your secure life, just shut up. You're irrelevant if you're not helping other people and you're just concerned about yourself and what you're doing in your household. You're irrelevant, sir, and you are, ma'am. I'm not wishing any harm on you, but to call me names, I never called you any names. To call me names on there, that's childish. That's childish. And then somebody said, what was a grown woman posted this? Well, yeah, I'm a grown woman. Have you been through what I've been through? I know who you are. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. So, I don't have to answer questions from people. I will, like I do, on my videos. I get some really hilarious questions on here. It's amazing. Just questions you would never think that would actually come out of people's mouth. This whole issue with this company that the workers this picture was taken today, like I said earlier, and like I said to this man, this woman got fired and was told, we're going to have to let you go. You're too much of a distraction for the men. Okay, so once that was made public, and her suing this company, did all them wives that work with that lady think, oh gosh, I wonder if my husband, you see what I'm saying? So you got one female that all these men work around, but she may be too pretty, or she may wear, clothes that make these men want to talk derogatory sexually about her. Happens all over the country in every workplace. It can happen at Speedway, and it can happen at IBM. So, it's just it's just so stupid to sit and argue with people. Just know when to be done with it. You know, you can tell when you're pushing somebody's buttons. And it's kind of funny because once you've been manipulated your whole life by your employer or your coworkers, it's pretty funny to watch how people jump up. Now that's a big company, and only one man, or maybe two or three men that were his buddies on his Facebook took up for him. I didn't have nobody said anything about about me on there taking up for me, and that's fine. Everybody works. Everybody's busy. It's just simply an opinion, and everybody has the right to their own opinion. I mean, everybody does. So, I I just wanted to bring attention to that. A picture speaks for itself. When you see a picture like there was posted today, it speaks for itself. Police officers don't get to. You might be on a call, and or you might be going to lunch and get a call, and you have to get up and go answer the call because somebody is in danger. Okay. You have a regular job, not being a cop. You're going to automatically get that lunch period from so and such time to such and such time or whatever. But they're not going to call you and say, that hole somebody filled that hole back up. You got to hurry and get down here. Hurry. No, sir. You didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. So when you need to think about the risk factors in the job that you chose and that you were lucky enough to obtain, and think about the benefits that you have that other people don't. A lot of people don't have that. So you can talk bad about me all you want, honey. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I've got a strong backbone, and I earned every vertebrae of it. So, what don't kill you makes you stronger. Wouldn't you agree? So with that being said, I will get off here for a little bit. I have so many things that I'm going to be doing a panel soon with some ladies that have had similar things happen to them. I'm going to also be interviewing a lady that her son, like I talked to you about the other day, 21 years old, that just outrageous crimes, charged with outrageous crimes, and also be updating on the rehab, the drug rehabs, and I don't like to get much into politics, and I'm going to say this one thing about politics. The left wing and the right wing come from the same bird, okay? So I will talk to you soon. Everybody have a good evening. Looking forward to summer, and going to be a lot of rain coming up the next couple days. Have a great Super Bowl. If I don't get back on, will not be on here Sunday, but if I do take a time to come and get on here, I don't have any favorites in this year's Super Bowl. I'm a Bengals fan, and both these teams are great teams. I love football. I love sports, and it's sad for the season to be ending. Also, we'll be talking about local in the tri-state area here, Kentucky and West Virginia. The children that have one child was shaken syndrome. Don't leave. Whether you're a man or woman, don't leave your child from another person with your new person, unless you're 100% that your child's going to be safe. It happens so much here, and people, you leave your kids with a man or a woman that you just think, oh gosh, if you're a single mother and you have kids, or if you're a single father, maybe your wife has passed, or you just choose not to date, just people, put yourself in different positions. Parents will use their children as a pawn to get back at the other parent. It's just life. It's just life. It's wrong. It's terribly wrong. And the child's the one that suffers. The children are the ones that suffer when they're used as a pawn. The mother will say, "Well, your dad did this," and dad will say, "Your mom's a piece of trash," or the dad will, these kids. What do you think they tell each parent when they're with each parent? Not only is it rough for the kids to be in the middle, and I get to see mom 3 days a week, I get to see dad 2 days a week, or other way around. Then you got each parent trying to teach that child the way what they want them to believe, and the other trying to teach that child what the other want them to believe. Children are not born racist. They're not born with hatred in their heart. That is a taught thing you have. You're not raised to hate. That's a taught behavior, and all of this whole generation, excuse me, of artificial intelligence and digital, money, and how the world's changing. I am so glad, even though I feel a loss that I don't have kids, but I would be scared to death if I had kids and they were growing up in this age and era. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And I'll be talking about, don't want to talk about politics, but I think everybody knows all over the world, wars are moneymakers. Somebody tears up a country, then the person that did that goes and rebuilds that country, excuse me. It's war is a moneymaker. And as long as they can just keep us all fighting against each other, makes them money. So with that, I just wanted to say, and this guy said, "You're on your Facebook bitching all the time." Well, what are you doing on my Facebook, sir? Why are you, yeah, my Facebook's public. I have nothing to hide. If you look at my Facebook, most of the things I'm on there, he said I'm on that group bitching all the time. No, maybe I'm stating some facts that might upset you or your friends that work down there, or your family. And we'll be doing a whole thing about the courthouse and, nepotism. And, when you've got the whole courthouse and 73% of those people that work there are all related, that's a problem. It's not just a problem here. Excuse me. It's not just a problem here. It's a problem everywhere. So, obviously, if you have money and you're a lawyer and you have kids and then they become lawyers, and you're all in the same family and you all get hired, then that's intimidating to people that don't have the wealth and the connections that you have. So be nice to people and understand that everybody's not born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and thank your lucky stars that you're blessed enough to be able to not be in the predicament that some of these people are here. And anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go in and relax for a little bit. But I've got all kinds of questions. I'm not going to go over them right now, but feel free to send. Oh, this one thing. I got to tell you this one thing, okay? Which I've already told you about Bonnie Blevins Newcomb and how they said there was no foul play in her death. Well, we all know that's false. But if you don't push it with the authorities, and you're just like, well, we're never going to find out anyway. Well, that's on you, people. Don't call me to try to figure out what happened to your family member if you're not going to aid in trying to find out. I'll just sit here and drink a cold beer and she'll look it up for me. No, it's not. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You got to help yourself. And if you can't be strong enough to help out a family member or what's been done wrong to your family member, just like Skylar Corbin, his mother Bless you, Peanut. Bless your heart, honey. Simply did a fundraiser, people did for her. And yes, I bought several tickets to support that fundraiser. And they did a video on Facebook, and there was 2,000 tickets, and they were doing it live, and there was a whole big, like a little garbage can full of tickets, and the victim, and I call him a victim because he did not need to be killed in that situation, but you know, I didn't pull that trigger, and I will not have to live with that for the rest of my life. But you know, they did a drawing, and out of 2,000 tickets, you know, my name popped up, and it was a basket and with some gift cards in it and stuff like that. And it was live on Facebook, and they called me, and I was in the kitchen fixing something to eat, and they said, did you, we can't read the writing on the ticket. I kind of signed scribbly, so we can't read the writing on the ticket, but you won the basket for the fundraiser for Skylar Corbin. And I said, oh, really? And you can hear me saying it on live Facebook. And now there's people saying that they rigged that so I could win it. Okay? Are you guys idiots? I mean, are you that ignorant? It was live. So did his mother have some psychic senses that she reached down in there and found my name on a ticket when they hold it up and say, we can't read the writing? You know, then they give innocently, they give my number out on Facebook and say, call this number. And now everybody's got my new phone number. So I get calls in the middle of the night. You dyke bitch. You know, and I did a thing about the whole gay thing. You know, do you think that bothers me? Other than waking me up in the middle of the night, which I don't need but about 3 or 4 hours of sleep anyway, but now I just turn my phone off. I'll be getting a new number very soon. And but it's just, you know, I just laugh. And I record every one of them. So, and those numbers can be tracked. They're all on my phone. So, you know, it might be fun and good for you, but boy, when I talk back, you hang up real quick. Are you that chicken shit? You can't talk to me on the phone if you call me? If you got something to say to me, call me. I'll talk to you. If you got something to say to me, be brave enough to come here. I would advise that you honk the horn before you come on my porch, because if I see somebody on my cameras that's suspicious, that's not going to be good. That's not a threat. That's a fact. And so anyway, if you got any more dumbass questions to ask me pertaining to something of importance other than this photo that I posted today, you know, it was just simply a photo, and everybody got their panties in a wad and got all upset about it. You know, jealousy breeds envy, and that green-eyed monster. When you're young, you think of it differently. When you get older, it's just funny. Oh, excuse me. And but so feel free to ask me any questions you want to. Feel free to cuss me out or call me names or whatever you want to. I don't care, honey. It's not going to bother me. So you all have a good evening. My show's coming on here at 9 o'clock. I will be turning my phone off for the next hour or two. Simply, I'm recording and working on my next book. Is hopefully be done in the next 3 or 4 months. And I'll mention again that I do have a book signing in Proctorville, Ohio on February 24th at the Lawrence County Briggs Public Library from 1 to 3. And like I said, you can purchase that book over at Broadway Books in Ashland, Kentucky. So I will look over anything. If I left anything out, feel free to call me. Everybody's got my number. You've got both numbers now, but feel free to call me and ask me anything. It's just amazing how people react. You know, for every action, there's a reaction. And We all know that. If you push somebody's buttons, you're going to get a reaction. And obviously that one I pushed today hit home with some people. But if you're that fortunate to work for this company, or if you're that fortunate to have insurance, if you're that fortunate, if you have a cavity or your child has a cavity, that you have the money or insurance to take that child to the dentist, don't need to be talking down to people that have less than you do. Judge all you want. The big man upstairs is who you have to answer to, not me. Not me. I sleep easy. I sleep easy because I simply state facts, and I simply showed a picture today. That the picture was self-explanatory. They saw me take the picture, and I'll continue to do that. I'll continue to do that, and so will the people that work with me on these things. So anyway, Lord have mercy. It was good to have a little debate on there, and so many people out there are so blessed, and it's just sad that so many elderly people that have no family left, that they're put in a nursing home, and a man might have divorced his wife, got a new wife. His wife don't like his mom. Let's put her in a nursing home. Well, is he going to choose his mom that maybe has dementia, that he can't communicate with more? Is he going to choose his wife, who provides for several things for him? I would choose my mother. Some people choose their spouse. That's how I was raised. But everybody's not raised the same. Everybody's not raised the same. So anyway, God bless everybody. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.